Welcome back, everyone, for the 9th edition of the Bourbon Judge. Today, we're going to go ahead and review 1792 bourbon. But before we get started, let's give a shout out to my man Tiger Woods for winning his 15th major. Pretty cool. And I think it was also his 81st victory. So, great accomplishment. But today, we're going to talk more about bourbon. We're going to let Tiger go wear that green jacket and enjoy, right? We're going to change up a little bit. So, we're talking about 1792 bourbon, but we're going to review two today, right? So obviously, as we know, many companies have more than one version of bourbon. 1792, they have, I think, like 6 or 7 different versions that they offer. So today we're going to review the small batch. We're also going to review bottled and bond. They have a full proof, which is like a barrel proof, a rye, a wheat or sweet wheat, and a couple others as well. Great company though, right? When you think of 1792, pretty cool, interesting fact about them. So number one, they're named after the year Kentucky was added as a state to the United States. So great job on the naming convention, pretty slick. Also for 1792, a Kentucky-based bourbon company, right? So a Kentucky-based distillery, I should say. Great history as a whole. Been doing a lot of great things over many years and won a ton of awards. So definitely the proof is in the pudding, right? They're a well-recognized company and they make some really good bourbon overall. But a lot of times, when you go and you want to pick up the different bourbons, you say, hey, which one should I buy, right? There's so many different versions of it. So on the right here, we have, my right, your left, we have small batch, right? So this one, the proof is 93.7. It doesn't tell us from an age standpoint what it is, but I would probably guess maybe 3 to 4 years, give or take a year. And then from a price standpoint, you can buy this one. This is really very economical, about $27 to $30. In my opinion, I call this the poor man Pappy Van Winkle, right? So this is a good bourbon you can buy every day, and it's actually pretty reasonably priced, right? Anywhere from $27 to $30. On my left, you're right, we have bottled and bond. So bottled and bond 1792. So the normal, all the rules that go into bottled and bond. So age for at least 4 years. All the bourbon comes from barrels within that particular distillation year. And then the proof, of course, 100 proof. So a little bit stronger overall in terms of the flavor. And then finally, from a price standpoint, you can buy this one about $40 to $45. Again, everything kind of depends on where you live across the country and around the world. But in most people's, I guess you'd say, neck of the woods, you'll find it for about $40 to $45. So let's go ahead and get into the tasting process. So you've seen the bottles. I'm going to slide those out a little bit. All right, so let's just look at the color, right? So bottled and bond versus small batch. Small batch is actually a little bit darker. It's like a dark brown versus the bottled and bond it's almost like a mid to light brown. So let's start with the bottled and bond. All right. Off the nose, a little sweet. Pick up some caramel. Maybe some berries like blackberries. But not a ton, just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and try it. Very nice. This is a very clean finish, right? So as it goes down, very light burn, not too much. Very clean off the palate. Let's go ahead and finish this. As it goes down, you definitely taste the butterscotch. A little sweet, but not too much. Very clean, with very minimal burn. So really good, actually. Not bad at all. Now, it's going to take a little bit of water. Just try to cleanse the palate a little bit, right? Want to give the small batch a fair chance. All right. Let's go ahead and try the small batch out. Small batch, you smell some caramel, not a ton of fruit. Just your typical caramel butterscotch, but no fruit. This one, you definitely smelled a lot of fruit. Let's try this one though. Very neat, very clean. Let's go ahead and finish it off. Very nice. Taste a little bit of caramel going down. This is a very smooth bourbon, in my opinion. It's very clean, very smooth. Doesn't burn going down. It's something that I like to share with a lot of my friends, actually both of them. But it's very, very clean. I guess the last thing we probably should talk about before I give a verdict, if you will, availability. 1792 small batch. More than likely you can find this honestly almost anywhere. Not as like popular as like Woodford Reserve anywhere, but most any normal good liquor store. Where the bottled and bond, this one's going to take you some time to find, right? It's a bit challenging to find. So there can only be one winner, right? They're both really, really good. Let's start off with that. But there only could be one winner. So you would say, Bourbon Judge, when I go out, which one am I going to buy? Am I going to buy the small batch or am I going to buy the bottled and bond? For me, judgment is in, my friend. As good as bottled and bond is, and I think it's very, very good, I can't lie, I'm going with the small batch. I think the quality, hands down, with 1792, they're doing some great stuff. And I think for the price point, versus being very clean and smooth off the palate, a bit of the caramel and the butterscotch, and honestly very little burn. This is a really good everyday bourbon. This is something that I would share every single time with my friends, and I hope you share it with your friends. Until next week, folks, drink up, enjoy, drink responsible, and most important, have fun. Thanks a lot, folks. Take care. One last thing, please also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. Take care.